Hey everyone, I am back, and today I wanted to share with you a mini album that I just made. This mini album is going to my sister. She's 10 years younger than I am, and I am so very proud of her. She is quite the young lady. She graduated college 2 years ago and has a great career, doing very well, living on her own. She lives about 3 hours away from me, so I hardly get to see her, but I do get to talk to her quite often, and we talk about her day and things that have happened. And she is a speech therapist, so she's dealing with kids, and she tells me all the cute things that they do, or when she has a bad day or whatever, and I really, really enjoy listening to her and being able to share a part of her life and to see what an incredible woman she has turned out to be. So I wanted to make this mini album for her. And if this cover looks familiar, then you've probably seen it on Belinda's YouTube channel. She made a mini album, and if you haven't seen this before, then you need to go watch it because it is just a beautiful, beautiful book. It's a tag mini album, and it's called Botanica Bella is the name of it, I believe. And Belinda, you know, you do great work. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your stuff with us. What I did here was I went ahead and took just a plain piece of cardstock paper, a cream color, and stamped some script on there. It's just handwriting is what it is. You can't even tell what it says. And then I tore and distressed. I also used an Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamp here. And where all these little crystals are on the stamp, it looks like a bead would go there. So I added some bling to give it dimension. And then stickles on the little beads. I used Recollections flowers. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I love those colors. And then added the fibers here. I also used the Hardware Findings die cut, and on the inside it's 2 pieces of grunge paper put together, and I love this stuff. I'd never used it before, and it feels weird. It feels like leather, or I don't know, it just feels weird, and I love the way it's flexible. Even when you glue it together, it's wonderful. But broken china was what I used on the inside to distress, and then on the outside, what I did with that is I took peeled paint and dabbed it on there, and I guess by accident, I had some Perfect Pearls lying on my craft mat. So when it hit that wet spot or whatever, it did this, and it gave it a shimmery look. And I thought, okay, that turned out awesome. So I went ahead and did it on some more spots back here. And that was by accident. I am new, so some of the techniques are getting me by accident. Then I just added some little brads here and hit them with my hammer. Piece of Velcro to hold it closed. So when you open it, the inside of the cover is just a piece of printed paper. I distressed and inked the outside and used a mask here. And then stamped it with the dragonfly stamp, and then used some Perfect Pearls on that. I used another journaling stamp, and I wrote what I wanted to say to my sister. Here I took another piece of pattern paper, and because I don't like my handwriting, and I didn't want my handwriting to be anywhere other than here, I went ahead and printed all this up on my printer, and then just tore the pages and distressed. This little saying says, "A sister is a gift to the heart, a friend to the spirit, a golden thread to the meaning of life," and it is Isadora James. So I took just another piece of the same or a lighter cream color and glued it onto there and punched holes and then laced it, added the charm that says love, and then just tied a little bow. Always dream. Took a lace, just regular lace, and used the peeled paint and just ran my little tool over it and made it green. Then just glued it on there. Glued the little envelope that I had cut out with my Cricut and made a little tag. Got a little stamp back there. And it says, always dream in vivid color. And then I'm going to journal something on the back of that for her. Another plain, I guess. Like I said, I'm just starting out, so they may seem plain. I think they're plain compared to some of the stuff that I've seen out there. So, took a ribbon. Again, I used the broken china and the peeled paint and some of the vintage photo. And I stamped right here and used some embossing powder, the distressed embossing powder. Added a feather, tied it in a bow, and then added the little stick pin with the ticket, the Tim Holtz ticket. And it says, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Here are some more recollection flowers. This is a stamp. I have a couple of stamp sayings. I want to say that this is a Tim Holtz also. And it says, to be all that is possible, we must attempt the impossible. To be all that we can be, we must dream of being more. Stamped it, tore it up, and distressed it. And then I've got a stamp here and a stamp back here. And then just added the flowers. This is my favorite page, and it did take me a little more time because I did make these flowers on my own using the tattered flower die cut. But it was fun. I made tons and tons of flowers, and I'm sending them to my sister-in-law so she can use them. I did take this tag, or the piece of paper, ran it through the printer. For the little saying up here, it says, of two sisters, one is always the watcher, one the dancer. And then down here I put, you are my dancer. And then stamped, dance to your own music right here. I used the white acrylic dabber paint on my stamp, stamped it, then went ahead and inked it up, and then wiped it off so that it would show through. Used my dragonfly stamp again, and I think that's an Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamp also. And on the inside right here, I used the peeled paint, and then this out here is the broken china. But I just used the perfect pearls on the wings, and the wings only, so it lightened them up a little bit. It's really pretty. And then, of course, here are my flowers. And then I made a stick pin and stuck it there. I stamped a little flourish back here and used perfect pearls on that also. This page right here was my last page. Initially, the book was going to go in a different order, and I decided to switch it up. So I just finished this page this morning. I printed up in different fonts a little saying for my sister, and then just distressed and inked around the edges. This is my wish for you page, and I put, this is my wish for you. Comfort on a difficult day, smiles when sadness endures, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunset to warm your heart, hugs when your spirits sag, faith so that you can believe, friendship to brighten your being, beauty for your eyes to see, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, and love to complete your life. So I thought that was cute. And it, of course, I used different fonts on that one. That was easy, and it just gave it a different, you know, look. And I was kind of running out of ideas at this point. I believe I am ADD, so I was wanting to move on to my next project. I had already spent several days on these pages over here, and I wanted to get that done. I guess that's what happens when you're new at this. Took a piece of pattern paper for this page, stamped, never regret anything that makes you laugh, tore it up, inked it. Back here, I love this color because it is the, geez, what color is it? Butterscotch. It's from the Adirondack, and it's butterscotch, and it looks very antique-y. And I was excited when I saw the color on here. It fit perfectly. So then, you know, recollection flowers, and distressed my edges with vintage photo. This is a fun page for me also. I think it's funny. My sister and I enjoy spending time together, and we're always laughing. So this was just always joking around with her, and this was perfect. I used some pattern paper that already had this scroll work and flowers on it, and they're glittered. And I just went ahead with my vintage photo and inked around the edges. Printed up on my printer this little saying, I smile because you are my sister. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. And then took the smaller Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamp and stamped back here and just left it brown. And then this is the Tattered Rose, and this flower right here is the stamp. It's the EK Success stamp. These flowers do smell. I use the Scent My Cards roll-on stuff, so it does smell. It's a little strong right now, so hopefully by the time she gets it, it won't be so strong. And then Simply Love You. Whenever I call her or whenever we talk to each other, it's just love you. And, you know, so I also used a stamp right around the edges. And then just stamp the back end of it just to say that it was handmade. And there it is, my book. So I'm excited. I'm going to go put it in the mail today, and hopefully she'll get it this week. But again, Belinda, I want to thank you. There's always somebody that is out there and has been doing it longer than you have, and you just think their stuff is amazing and yours is. I hope that one day, you know, I can be at that point where I inspire people. So this is my start, and you helped me out. So thank you very, very much.